Hi there, it's Taylor Dana here. It's a Saturday. This is my only day off really this week. I have one more week of work this year, which is really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going back to Liverpool in a few hours to then work sort of Sunday to Friday this coming week, and then I'm done for the year. I might have some little pickups and shoots to do and some organising my equipment and things. But I'm really excited about that because basically it means I'm only 2.5 weeks away from my surgery now, which is my facial feminization surgery, which is going to do a little bit of tweak my nose, a little lift through here. They take away a little bit of tissue here and it turns the lip more open, like kind of like that a little bit. And then some jaw contouring is the main thing there to do. A little bit of forehead work as well. Well, a lot of forehead work, but that's not such a major thing. It's probably more subtle. Most people probably wouldn't notice it as much once it was done. So yeah, there's been a really busy week of work, and things with my transition are still going really well. I've been working so hard the last 2 weeks or so that I haven't really thought about anything else. But little details. I've just finished 9 months on the 20th. It's the 23rd today of November, so it's 9 months HRT. And I had a building anxiety day by day because I needed to have my injection to block my testosterone, and the paramedic on set was able to do it for me on Wednesday night. So and then immediately I felt much better because it was like a little bit of a ticking clock that I needed to do it before today or the last couple of days. So that's done, and that's another 3 months then that my testosterone is blocked. I just don't have to think about that for a bit and just take my normal estrogen pills every morning and keep reaping the benefits of that change, hopefully. And yeah, it's just a kind of a load off my mind. There's some stress that builds up over time as you kind of just each 3 month period you need to get all the ducks in a row to go to the GP, get your blood tests done, get a new prescription, get the decapeptyl injection, which is what I take, which is called a GnRH inhibitor, which basically overstimulates the pituitary gland in your brain, which then overstimulates it, and then it shuts down production of testosterone in your gonads, so you don't actually create any testosterone, rather than suppressing it once it's already made, which is a little more dangerous in terms of drugs and things that you might need to take. So what's happening this week? I'm having trouble kind of relaxing because it's been so busy at work, and I really needed the time off. Yesterday was quite busy just doing appointments and things and an interview for another job, taking a train from Liverpool. My days sort of get used up quite fast. Today I'm meant to just kind of lie back and kind of chill out, but in some ways I feel like getting back on the train to Liverpool again just to get that done, and then relax at the other end maybe, because there's just nothing there. There's just a hotel room and me and a laptop maybe, and that's it. So it's tempting to just get back on the train now and go. What have I noticed this week? Slight changes physically. I think partly because of my last laser session, there's a lot less darker hair around here now, so it's much easier for me to kind of get by a normal day-to-day life, and I think I just look slightly more feminine than I did before. So these weird things happen, as like little steps. You kind of like find a new step suddenly, you kind of jump to a different thing, and all of a sudden I've noticed people, particularly in Liverpool, kind of addressing me more in a feminine manner. People in shops and restaurants and things kind of like you're right there, love, that sort of thing, much more treating me in a more feminine manner, which is really, really nice, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm passing in some respects at times, and maybe not in others, but that's okay. These things will take their time, and I've still got a long way to go. But yeah, really excited. I've got 2.5 weeks. Next weekend's really busy for me. I film, as I say, until Friday. That's the final series of Tin Star Season 3 that I've been filming, and then that's done and dusted. We usually have a day or so after the filming finishes to pack up equipment and just make sure it's all in good working order as it goes back to the rental company where it came from. So I'll do that on the Monday, and then I'll motorcycle down from Liverpool, as my motorcycle's up in Liverpool right now, from Manchester, where the equipment goes, to back down to London, which is kind of a long ride, but and it's cold and wet right now, but it'll be okay. It's always an adventure on my motorcycle. And then the Tuesday, my equipment that I've hired will come back on the Tuesday. Then I'm kind of done. Then I have some fun appointments, hair and things like that, to catch up with during the week. Catch up with some friends because of the sort of pre-Christmas celebrations starting around London. And then the following week I fly to Marbella, and I will then after like 2 days being there, I'll have my surgery on the morning of the 11th, and then I spend a good couple days, or I do spend 2 days in the hospital, 2 nights recovering, all bandaged up like the mummy I will be, I think, and then I'm there for 10 days until the major stitches come out, which is a coronal stitch across, incision across the top of your head. It's just hidden in your hairline, but allows them to deglove your face in like a horror show sort of manner, to be able to work on the brow area. The rest of the face from here, from your eyes down, is all they go through your nose for your nose. This is a very slight incision, so this one heals apparently very quickly, and they can do that even in and out in no time. This one's trickier, is more work, and the nerves will take longer to heal, but they reach that through your mouth, so there's no scarring there at all. So essentially there'll be no scarring at all really here, except for the small incision across the underside of my nose. But then the bigger one is here, and that will have stitches in it for sort of 9 days or so, and then they will take those out, and then at that point I'm free to travel back to the UK, which will be on about the 21st of December, and then I'm just going to hide for like a week or so. They say it takes 14 days to really heal from that surgery, to the point where you look kind of normal, like you're not bruised and battered looking, because you do get very bruised eyes. Looks like you've been punched quite badly with this sort of moving the tissues up and down, as you could probably imagine. It's quite traumatic for the skin and face and things. But then after 2 weeks you look pretty good, and well you look normal anyway, like not like you've been beaten up in a back alley, and then after that I'm just really having quiet Christmas, really relax, just try and kind of kick back a bit and let my body recover, until I then go on a proper holiday to New Zealand and see my friends and family back home in New Zealand, some of whom watch these videos, which is good because it keeps them informed about how I am, and they can see me interacting and see what I'm actually like day to day, and that's kind of it. So yeah, a more short video this time, hopefully. I tend to overdo them and I get the occasional thumbs down, which I'm sure because they're too long and I ramble, but that's okay. I don't really care I'm doing this for myself and for people who are interested. Hopefully other trans people who are thinking about transition can see my progress as I go. I haven't reached any sort of big goals yet. I think this is all a process, and it's going to keep going, and my life will keep traveling onwards from this process too. There's no end to transition necessarily. I think there's a point where you feel like you've moved past it a bit, but I'll always be trans and I'll always be developing who I am as I go forward, as we all should. But I do hope that occasionally there are people who are trans or non-trans who would be able to watch videos like these, like I watched other people's videos for a long time before I transitioned, and maybe it would help 1 or 2 people along the way. So that'd be great. Yes, that would cap it off. I don't think I need to go on any longer. Hope you had a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon, hopefully one more time before I go to my surgery. Okay, bye.